Yo, what is up? This is your boy Guru back with a new video, and today we are back with a BatChat AP Tier 9. If you are here for the first time, please consider subscribing to this channel and turning on your notifications. It helps out my channel a lot, and if you took something from this video, learned something, please consider giving me a like. It helps out, like I said, my channel a lot, and let me thank you for it in advance. Now, in case you don't know, I'll give you some context. My favorite tank in this game is the Tier 7 AMX 1357 Grand Final. That clip tank is the most amazing tank in my arsenal. I love that tank to death, and the closest thing to that kind of AMX 1357 performance that I can get in this game in any other kind of tank that is in the tech tree is this tank, the BatChat AP Tier 9. Why is that? I know a lot of people don't like this tank, a lot of people don't say nice things about this tank, but let me tell you, this is, I think, one of my favorite tanks in any tier for that matter. Why? Well, it plays like a 1357 AMX. That's what it does, except in Tier 9. The DPM isn't great, 1872 DPM. But what's good about this tank is it has a 6-clip auto loader. He's 6 shots, that's right. 6 shots, 300 damage per shot. That gives you a clip potential of 1800. Now, a lot of people prefer the TVP. Yeah, the TVP is great, but it's got 3 shots of 320 damage. That gives you 960 clip potential. This thing does 1800 clip potential per clip. So I can output a lot more out in one clip than a TVP can. And that's why this thing plays, like I said, like an AMX 1357. Now I'm in Abbey on... I'm on the east side right now. I've spotted a lot of their guys, so I'm going to play it as safely as possible. See if I can catch that guy in the balcony, but looks like the pattern has left the balcony and he has made a grave mistake here. And I am going to clip him out. I'm going to take a shot for it, but that's no matter. I finish him, and that's the most important thing. Now, playing clip tanks, the thing you need to realize about playing clip tanks is timing your reload. When do you reload? Sometimes you don't unload your clip, you fire 3 shots, 2 shots, 5 shots, whatever, but do you keep your shot to shoot again, or do you clip? Do you reload? That is the trick about playing clip tanks. Reloading clip tanks is like, it's like a skill, you know. You've got to figure out when is the best time to do it, when is the best timing. Now the clip takes about 44 seconds, but of course if you're running all the skills, rammer and whatever, vents and all that, it brings it down to a much shorter time. But when you're playing clip tanks, you are used to it. Of course, the reload time on the TVP is a lot better, 21 seconds, half the time it takes for a clip tank. But then again, it doesn't do 1800 damage, does it? That's why the BatChat AP is still one of the most deadly tanks in this game. I can always clip out a tank if I choose to. Now, I decided not to take that shot, or I ran out of shells there, so I'm just going to reload and hide for the time being. Now, this tank is amazing if you like clip tanks. If you like... you know, it comes off the BatChat Tier 8, which is also an amazing tank in and of itself. If you're playing the French line, you're going up the light tank line, you start with the AMX BIS, and then the Tier 7 AMX 1375, which to be honest with you, I don't like the 1375. The Tier 7 doesn't play as good. It's just not that fun to play with, although it's not like a terrible tank to play with. I prefer playing with the 1357 so much more, because that tank is just insane. And then when you get to the Tier 8 BatChat 12 ton, that tank leads on to the AMX 30, it leads on to the BatChat AP, and it leads on to oh, what's the other tank? 3 tanks, right? It leads on to 3 tanks, the 1390 AMX light tank. That's what I wanted to say. And I prefer this BatChat AP over the light tank 1390 in tier 9. And because this tank is more of a, it can play the same, almost the same role as a 1390. Obviously, the 1390 AMX is a light tank. It will have better camo values. It's stealthier, but the BatChat AP is more deadly. It is more lethal in terms of eliminating the enemies, eliminating opponents. With 1800 in your clip, you have no problem killing off anyone that has half HP, or anyone that's a 2-shotter, 3-shotter. You can easily do that with 300, 600, 900 damage. Clip them out with 3 shots and you will get rid of them. 6 clip auto loader is amazing. The dispersion as well is 0.15. While it's moving, it's also 0.15, and like I said, I prefer this over the AMX 1390, a light tank in tier 9. Why? Because this thing has got the speed of a light tank. It's 65 kilometers an hour top speed with 20 kilometers in reverse. This tank plays like mobility like a light tank, gun like a killer BatChat. Like 6 clip auto loading, 300 damage per shot is amazing. But there is a caveat here, and the caveat is most people play this tank with premium shells like I am. APCR gives you 263 penetration. It is expensive, it is costly, but your other option is playing with 232 penetration in the standard AP shells, which is, in my opinion, is not enough to carry you through. If you're gonna have fun in this tank, now I'm not just talking about stat padding and trying to max out your stats when you're playing this tank, but in terms of the fun value, if you want to make the most out of this tank, it's not just about maximizing your stats, but you want to have a reliable gun that does enough damage, that gives you a smile on your face. And I feel that this is definitely one of those tanks that you want to run either full APCR or mostly APCR, because you need that 263 penetration, especially if you're coming up against heavier tanks, heavily armored tanks, either in tier 9, tier 10s, or even tier 8 heavy tanks like defenders and stuff like that. You do need the APCR to reliably carry yourself, because 44 seconds reload time, you don't really have a lot of time, you know what I mean? It reloads, it takes a long time to reload, so you want to realize your shots, you want to maximize your penetration potential, you want to make sure every shot pens. So that is why I'd rather play this tank, even in my live account, I'd rather play this tank with full premium shells or mostly premium shells. And that brings me to the end of the game. I asked that guy to get off the cap, and kudos to him, he got off the cap, and because of that I got the 7th kill, ace tanker and a top gun. And this is my hunt me down account. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are running up this line, this is definitely one of those medium tanks that you want to keep in your arsenal and continue playing even after you've grinded past it and got your BatChat 25 ton. Grind it, find some crew for it, maintain that crew, and remember to give this video a like if you made it this far. Thanks for watching. I hope you took something out of this video and enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.